let's talk Marcus Rashford at Manchester United, because a lot of fans are on his back. Now, let me react to kind of what happened and what's really gone on. Listen, Rashford had a disaster of a performance against Liverpool. Was probably one of the worst players on that football pitch and hasn't had the greatest start to the season. If you look at it, Brighton game was okay. Fulham game wasn't great. And Eric Ten Hag will continue to start him because he's the player that he trusts, a player who did a lot for him in that season where he scored 30 goals. I think Rashford was really, really good in that season, and the second season being poor. This is a real make or break season for Rashford. I think if he has another poor season, 2 poor seasons under Ineos, I think he will lead the football club. That's kind of the way that they've acted. And he has got to really turn it around, and I think he can. He's a confidence player. Again today, didn't really look too confident going up against Konate, decided not to go in with that challenge. Like, for me, Rashford has really got to sort out his attitude as well. I think maybe dropping him for the next couple of games just to give him that boost of motivation that he needs to start some games for United and really put in a shift. And listen, we know he loves the club, and we know he always says what it's like to play for United. He loves the football club, but sometimes actions speak louder than words. He's got to show it on the pitch that he really, really does care. And at the moment, he's not really showing that. And listen, players are going to back him, fans are going to back him. Listen, he's one of our own. He's from Manchester, and he's played over 300 times for this football club. But people are starting to get really frustrated with what Rashford is doing. He scored no goals this season for United. Yes, he put in 2 good crosses today, but is that really enough for one of your highest earners who's, knows better than that? Is that really enough? So, listen, it has to be huge conversations and huge talking points on what Rashford can really do, because we know when he's on it, he's one of our best players, and when he's not on it, he's one of our worst players. And again, the performances so far in the league have been nothing but poor by Rashford. Rashford's got 4 years left on his deal, and I certainly think it could be the beginning of the end at Rashford, because yeah, he's not trying. And listen, it's a bigger picture, because he's created the most chances in the Premier League, or biggest chances in the Premier League. But you have to look at it. England dropped Rashford, but he was all right. Like, he wasn't. It was a bit of disgrace in the heat of the moment. But I do think Rashford just needs mention for his confidence to kind of come back. I think giving him some games on the bench can massively impact the games off the bench. And yeah, it's like he hasn't scored many goals for us. And it's not really about goals. If he's showing us threats and showing signs that he can be a threat, then it wouldn't be too bad. But he's not even showing that. He's just looked off it completely. Doesn't look confident. He's not going for the ball. Like, he scored no goals for us. He scored 6, 7 goals last season. It was so sad to see it with Rashford. And what I think we need to do with him is give him that bit of confidence. Give him. He's gonna go with England. I know he's not going to go with England, but he's going to have a couple days off in Manchester United, still be training. I think this is what he needs right now. He just needs time away from football. And listen, at the end of the season, if Rashford has another crap season, we're going to have to look at future. And if we're going to sell him, I mean, there's always been the links away from the club. He's got 4 years left on his contract. It's not going to be easy to sell him. But if he has another batch of bad performances, you've got to look at the bigger picture. And you have to look at the criticism that's going to be deserved and needed by Marcus Rashford, because we know, you can see it when the fans are booing him. It tells you really everything you need to know about Marcus Rashford at Manchester United. And listen, people are saying he's young. Listen, he's going to be 27 soon. Like, he's not going to get any younger. Listen, we know Rashford can score goals. He scored over 100 goals for United. Like, that is not the issue. It's about confidence. And listen, it will be one of the saddest things if we do see him go, but if it's for the better of the football club and he's not really performing on the pitch, there's nothing else we can really do. We want to see Manchester United get to the top. We've let big players go before. I mean, recently in McTominay, who's been at the club for 22 years. So, listen, if Rashford's poor performance is going to continue, the fans are going to be on his back even more. He's played over 400 times for Manchester United. Like, we know he does love the club, but if he's not doing on the pitch, we've got to ask questions. Listen, Liverpool absolutely destroyed us today, and I think Rashford was a big part to kind of playing that. I think the midfield also as well did have a big issue and big part to play, but ultimately it was Rashford because he was a player who kind of when you're looking to get a counter attack, get a couple of minutes, Rashford couldn't offer that to us, and he just limited us like to what we really could do. And he's not young anymore. He's 27 almost. We're just looking for something really from Rashford, just to say yes, he's gonna come back. And listen, I'm hoping we can see the best out of Marcus Rashford, but yeah, let's honestly see what happens. But can Ten Hag fix this? We don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, can Ten Hag get Rashford's form turned around? We'll have to wait and see. But Casemiro, I'll talk about him in another video. But is Rashford finished at United? I think if he has another poor season, he will be. If he's kind of digs deep, works hard, gets a few goals, gets the fans back on his side, and get the confidence Marcus Rashford that we can see, we will be at United. And listen, it's a big game for him. He will start because Eric Ten Hag doesn't seem to drop him, which is also another weird thing, which we see happening all the time. I don't know why he doesn't just drop Rashford. But you look at our next games, we've got Southampton away. He'll probably start that. Hopefully he can get a goal. Should be a game he can get a goal in. After that, we've got Crystal Palace away. He'll probably start that. But for me, at this current moment, he doesn't deserve to start. And that's a big thing. Eric Ten Hag must drop him and just give him that kick at the bottom that he needs. But yeah, is Rashford finished? Don't think he is. I think he's got a long way to go at United. But he got humiliated by Liverpool, and he was one of the poorest performances in that game. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And peace.